this is Marlene Gibb with What Do You Do? And today's guest on our new set, by the way, I'm very appreciative to KGEM for giving me this new set, is Cheryl Myers. And Cheryl, what do you do?
I am a health coach and I am a toxin expert.
Okay. Health coach has a variety of meanings, so tell me what kind of...
I call myself Cheryl M. Health Muse because I want to inspire you to clean up your life and to live cleaner so that you can live healthy. And that means I can help you work out all of the confusion about what should you be eating, because there's a lot of confusion about food. You should be eating fat, you shouldn't be eating fat. You should be drinking coffee, you shouldn't be drinking coffee. I can help you navigate through all of that. But I got autoimmune disease 7 years ago I was told that it was in my head by my doctor.
Oh, yeah.
And so I dug in and researched on my own, and the net result was I wanted to help other people with everything I learned, which was there are toxins in all areas of our life. And I believe we are not really having a healthcare issue, we're having a toxin issue, because the toxins are giving us all of our chronic diseases. So I went back to school to become a health coach so that I can start to help everyone else discover where the toxins are and what the benefits are of cleaning them up so that they can live long and live happy and healthy.
Wait, when you going back to school, you went to the integrative...
I went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition.
That was relatively new, wasn't it?
I graduated 2 years ago, so
Okay.
I'm new doing this.
And how long did it take you to get through the school?
It only took a year, but I did research for 5 years before I went back to school.
Which brings me to the book. And this
Right.
is her book, and I've been reading it, and it is excellent.
Thank
It is
you.
such an excellent book. It's a good reference book, and if I don't know anything, I go to all your chapters. I think you have 27 chapters on
Right.
toxins.
And it's organized so you can read any chapter at any time.
Exactly. But I did. We'll talk about the cosmetics. I read that whole chapter because I was interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start at the beginning, and let's start with the autoimmune.
Right.
That's chapter 1.
I woke up one morning 7 years ago and every muscle and every joint in my body hurt. I couldn't even get out of bed. I had brain fog. I had chronic fatigue. I was more tired when I woke up than I was when I went to bed. And so I went to the doctor. She ran a bunch of tests, and then she said,
There's nothing wrong.
nothing wrong. So she ran a bunch more tests and said, there's nothing wrong. And finally she called me and said, I'm going to give you steroids, but I don't think there's anything wrong with you, and I think you should seek therapy. I went, I got news for you. I hurt. So something is wrong with me, and I'm not going to have a life of pills and pain, especially since you don't know what you're giving me the pills for.
Exactly.
So I have a jewelry business here in Monrovia. I turned it over to my staff, and I started researching. And I tripped into something called the functional medical community. Didn't know what I was looking at, and so I just started listening what seemed to be pertinent. And they ran 19 different symposiums that year on different parts of the body.
Really? Okay,
And I listened to multiple doctors talk about all 19 areas. One was on the thyroid, one was on Alzheimer's, one was on IBS, one was on the adrenals. They just covered everything, and I watched them all. And I figured out from listening to all of this that I probably needed a functional doctor, which I did end up getting. But I also figured out I probably had autoimmune disease. And there were 2 things I could do right away for myself that would help me with the pain. One was to eliminate my stress. I always knew I had a lot of stress, but I thought it was good to be chased by a tiger 24/7. Ends up it's not a good thing.
Terrible.
Stress accumulates. And then the other one was I could start to research and eliminate toxins. So I started looking into it. And there's an excellent database called EWG.org, which is the Environmental Working Group. And they have hundreds of thousands of items that they have rated from 1 to 10 on toxicity. Not particularly a user-friendly database,
Okay.
but you can go in and a lot of times your product will be listed, and if it's not, you can look them up by ingredients. So I dug in. and I started
Okay, when you
looking
say
things up.
your product, if I'm looking at the back of a bottle of ketchup,
Right.
okay, let's start with ketchup. They're supposedly, it's listed in verse 5. They put on the ingredients.
Well, all
And
the
the
ingredients are
ingredients-
listed.
Yeah, all the ingredients are listed, but it's in the order of
The order of the largest quantity.
the largest
So
quantity.
if sugar is first, then there's more sugar in that than anything else.
and then it goes down. It
And then it goes
decreases.
down, decreases as you go.
And then all the other things that you can't understand.
Well, I have a theory about those now. If you
Yeah.
can't pronounce it,
That's
or you don't know what it is,
exactly.
you don't buy it. Period. You read labels on everything before you buy them. The ones that you don't know what they are and that you can't pronounce are synthetic ingredients that have absolutely no food value.
So why are they in there?
Because the food industry is making things that taste good, but they don't have anything to do with food. The more I dug into toxins, I was appalled because literally, if we're buying a lot of over-the-counter products at the grocery store, you're getting all kinds of toxins, you're getting all kinds of non-food, and you need to know what you're eating.